welcome to another video. Welcome back to my channel. It is me and my green smoothie, and so today's video I'm really excited to film. It is something that I posted on my Instagram quite a while back, but I basically asked you guys to send in your studying, productivity, academic assumptions, and I thought I would respond to them. That is what we're doing in this video. I am very excited because you went all in and I was like, yes. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like if you enjoy. I also should say maybe at the start, these are just my opinions, your opinions. Everyone is entitled to an opinion. Please don't take this too seriously. I don't want anything to be too controversial here. We just needed to say that on a positive note before anyone comes at me and I don't know. Oh, where should we start? This is a strong opinion, okay? Notes are a waste of time. I have to disagree with that. Like, I think that notes are so valuable for me anyway. I can't learn from something that somebody else has written. Like, I have to write in my own words, in my own way. They're just like the grounding of my revision, right? Everything is built upon my notes, so I just have to have them. They're not going to work for everyone, but for me, I just have to have my notes. Like, I have to have all of the information like synthesized and in one place, and that's what my notes are there for, right? I just have to take notes. The next one is mind maps stress me out. So I'm gonna agree with this. I'm actually gonna agree, I somewhat agree with this. I feel like a mind map that is like really overcrowded and cluttered and confusing is really stressful. Like I used to make mind maps that were so crazy and extensive. The whole page would be filled with like different colors, bright writing, and it was so stressful. Like the most chaotic piece of paper I have ever seen, and I just don't understand how that was useful in the past. I used to try and revise from that, but that was like when I was going through the phase of testing out what types of revision methods work for me. From that point onwards, and from that like bad experience, I just had an aversion to mind maps ever since. But now I kind of started to bring them back because I can deal with quite a very simple mind map. In fact, I actually use them to plan my essays because I think they're really good to plan essays. Early mornings are better than late nights. I actually think both work well for me. I think I'm really productive in the morning and then late in the evening. If I had to put a finger on one, I probably would say mornings. You know, if I had to choose whether I'd get up really early to finish something or finish it late at night, I would do the former. Okay, related to that question, you don't need to wake up at 5 AM to be productive. 100% agree. It doesn't matter what time you wake up. Like, you can wake up early for sure, but like, it's how you use your time. Like, how smart are you with your time? Okay, another very strong opinion. Pomodoro sucks. Do I agree with this? I'm not gonna say that it sucks, but I don't use Pomodoro. I can kind of see it working when you're doing like revision and you really have to focus, and then maybe it might work. But I just don't think for general day-to-day getting things done, taking a break every 25 minutes for like 5 minutes, I just think that would break up your time and just not work and just not be a very efficient way to get things done. In my time management video, like I talk about alternation sessions. I do things for half an hour, but I don't like break in between. I just do 2 different things. I don't know, let me know what you think about Pomodoro. If your room is untidy, you cannot study. Oh, that's an interesting one. For me, okay, I am fussy with this. When I start working or I start something like new, say I'm just gonna start writing an essay, my room has to start off tidy, but then my room can get messy and kind of chaotic as I like go through the day or I get into that task or that thing that I'm doing. Then it can get messy and then I just don't really care about what my room looks like. And then like towards the end of the day, when there are like folders everywhere, there's paper everywhere, there are clothes everywhere, that happens every single day. And then I tidy it and I have like a reset and I reset my stuff for the next day when I can just get on again and repeat. Oh, okay. Find snacking and studying at the same time to be too distracting. I drink smoothies when I work, but literally that's just me like this. If I have food next to me when I'm working, I can't like eat and then work. I will literally just like eat all the food and then I will work. This is actually hilarious. This made me crack up. So eating spicy snacks while studying keeps me awake. Like, I have literally never heard that in my whole entire life. When I read that, I literally choked, probably on the green smoothie. I think we should all eat spicy snacks and see if it keeps us awake, because I haven't tried it and I'm curious to know if that actually works. Must study every day. No, you mustn't study every day. Highlighters are overrated, 100% yes. You know how I feel about a highlighter. I do not like highlighters. A lot of you have tried to convince me with like pastel highlighters. Maybe they could work, but I still wouldn't use a highlighter. Okay, using note-taking apps are not as productive as writing it down. Again, I don't really have experience with this, but you need to stay tuned for a big challenge video coming out really soon. Grades aren't everything and shouldn't define your worth. 100%, they mean nothing. I know that they can feel like everything in the moment when you like get results back or on results day, like everything is about those grades or that number. But trust me, when you take a deep breath and you think about the bigger picture, like your life, your health, everything else other than those grades is far more important. You can't memorize everything. Again, that's also true. At the end of the day, you're not gonna get everything in here. Like, unfortunately, we don't have an unlimited brain capacity. Being unproductive is productive. Yes. Recently, in my gap year especially, I redefined the way I saw productivity. To me, it's just about making the most of your time in that given situation. So whatever feels right. So for example, like say we have an hour on different days, like one day when you're feeling super motivated and super on it might be the best use of your time to get started on your essay or plan an essay in that hour. Other days, like if you're not feeling at all yourself, you're feeling really tired, it might be super productive to have an hour power nap. That's how I see productivity. Okay, getting assignments done early is way more rewarding than leaving them till last minute. Yes, I agree with this. I love to get on top of things. I like to start early and I like to get it done. However, when I do get things done early, even if I had it finished like a week before the deadline, I will still stress out the day before or 2 days before the deadline. Even though I've like got it done and even though I've tried to convince myself that I am ready to submit it now, I will still stress out. Doing everything last minute in a rush under pressure is the best way to get stuff done. That is literally the opposite. I don't know, so I do like to get on top of things, but I do feel like when you get closer to a deadline, you maybe do things slightly more efficiently, or you're just forced to work more effectively because you know you have a time pressure now. Background noise, like shuffling in a library, is more helpful than music. I have something to say about libraries. No, me and libraries. Okay, if you watched my Cambridge vlogs, you will have rarely seen me in a library. Like, I never went to libraries. I was only in a library if I was in a dance rehearsal when I had a break. I would also be in libraries sometimes if I had a break between lectures, which I did actually have. But yeah, no, background noise in libraries. It's the worst thing. I get so annoyed. Libraries are so quiet. It's like scarily quiet sometimes in libraries. Every single noise therefore sounds so much louder. The worst thing is therefore people like shuffling or sniffing or blowing their nose or coughing. Oh no. People whispering as well, like really close to you, trying to be quiet. No, I just cannot deal with that. It frustrates me like nothing else. I cannot work because all I can hear is someone sniffing or someone coughing, and I'm just like, no. That's why I don't like libraries. They're too quiet and that makes everything so much louder, and then I fixate on those sounds and I can't study without music in the background. That's interesting because I never study with music in the background. You never see me studying with music. I just don't do it. This is another one that made me laugh so much. Whale sounds in the background are amazing for studying, apparently, somebody said. Again, I've never heard anything like that. Let's get up some whale sounds. It's like, oh, no, I'm not even gonna attempt. I'm just gonna confirm what whales sound like. I've got an idea in my head. Let's turn the volume up. Oh. Stop whale sounds. I'd have to try it. Like, maybe I need to do a 24-hour challenge where I study with music for a day. Classical, pop, rap, whale sounds. And we see if I actually like any of them. Maybe I should do that. Let me know if I should do that. Somebody said being a workaholic shouldn't be so looked down upon and criminalized. I 100% agree with this. I would definitely say that I have a workaholic tendency. I can be a workaholic and like I like to get things done. And I do think a lot of people see that as something that isn't healthy, or like, you shouldn't be that way. Like, why are you a workaholic? Why do you want to work all the time? Why is my email open? I just do. And I feel like in today's society, when like productivity and hustle culture and things like this, they're often demonized all the time. I just feel like, you know, come on, some people just like doing that. I'm not saying that you should work all the time, but I don't think it's a bad thing to say that you're like a workaholic and you like to work and you like to get things done. It just shows that you enjoy what you're doing. And you know, like, we don't all like the same things in life. If you don't want to be productive, that's fine. If you want to be productive and you want to get things done, that's also fine. Just like be yourself, and you know, everyone has different interests. I like to study / revise using lined paper. So we all know that I am very pro plain paper notes, but I'm not gonna take offense. Like, I just like something different to this person. So yeah, if you like lined paper, we'll just agree to disagree. We're losing light rapidly here. Somebody says online school is better than in person. I feel like in a vlog I'll talk a bit more about online university and how I'm getting on and how I'm enjoying it, because you know, it is a whole different like ball game. I'm gonna save that for a vlog because I think there's too much to say. These are not the best years of your life. No, I would disagree, because life is a journey. I know it's so cheesy, but like, life is life, okay? And we have ups and downs, but the most important thing is like, everything in your life is transient. It's not going to last your whole life. And so whether these are like not the best years of your life does not matter, because your life will change and you'll have different experiences and you'll do different things, you'll meet different people. I don't like to compare, because you can't compare between different periods of your life. It's just not possible to do that. Working and being productive is not for everyone, but like for me, I like studying, I like being productive, I like working. I'm not afraid to say that. And so yeah, I disagree with that. Like, no, aesthetically pleasing notes are a waste of time. I feel like there's a bit of a twist in this, and that the notes that I make so quickly, and the notes that are so rough, and the ones that I think I'll eventually write up, I never end up writing them up because they're really effective. There's something about scribbling things down and just making notes in that very moment that really helps to cement it in my mind. I feel like it's a bit counterintuitive, but it is true for me. I have found that. Yeah, I think if you're taking so much time to like color things in and make it look so perfect and so pretty, for revision purposes, it's not the most effective thing you can be doing, definitely not. But if you're doing it to like take pictures of it, then fine, go for it. Or you're gonna publish it somewhere, that's also fine. But like for revision, I don't think it's worth putting in so much time to make them perfect. I'm more productive when I'm working in my bed than at my desk. I've tried working in my bed and I just can't do it. But if it works for you and floats your boat, I have no problem with that. So yeah, I just think you have to have a work environment that just works for you. Coffee is a no-no. No offense to caffeine users. That speaks to me on another level. I agree with that. Like, I've tried coffee and I've tried tea, but I don't drink either of them. I have never relied on coffee in my whole entire life. It's not something I choose to drink. Like, I don't mind the taste, but I wouldn't choose to drink it. And I also just don't want to rely on coffee. Like, the amount of times I get asked the question, like, Holly, how do you study without coffee? I'm like, I genuinely don't know, because I don't know any different. Like, I just do. Like, I get on without coffee. Like, I don't have to have coffee. I just have to have water. I have no problem with people drinking coffee, but like, I just don't rely on it. I don't need coffee. By this point, blended banana smoothies are like my blood. I just think sometimes it's so scary that people rely so heavily on coffee. So yeah, it's just not for me. Exams don't test your understanding on topics at all. I think it depends on what the exam is. I would say that a lot of exams are about like remembering information. Like, you can never avoid the memory aspect of an exam. I feel like though, with writing essays, for example, that does test your understanding. Even though you do have to remember things, you have to memorize information to be able to write that essay in an exam, it still does test your understanding, because you have to be able to understand something to write something that makes sense, and to organize an essay and structure it appropriately. In comparison to like multiple choice questions, literally that is just like a memory game. You just have to memorize facts. That really in the long run isn't gonna get you very far. All-nighters are a ton of rubbish. Never pulled one and never will. I agree. Like, I've never pulled one. If you're doing them all the time and you're staying up all night and you're not getting enough sleep, unless you're nocturnal and you're sleeping during the day, but like, if you're not getting enough sleep, if you're compromising sleep, then I don't advise it at all. If I ever do an all-nighter, it will be for a YouTube challenge video, okay? And if you want to see me do that, then that's fine, but like, I just wouldn't do them. Studying in a busy coffee shop. I don't know if this person likes it or not. Again, for me though, I can't study in coffee shops. I've done it once. Somebody convinced me to do it once. I remember, yeah, we went to this coffee shop. It was loud, it was noisy, there was a smell of coffee, which I didn't really mind, but it was the crying baby. So yeah, we have libraries that are too quiet. We have coffee shops that are just too much for me. Somebody says working outside is so hard. I agree. Like, if I'm working outside, it will be in the summer months of the UK, but no, like, it never really works. Like, the thought of doing it is quite appealing, somewhat appealing. When I actually try and work outside though, there's the wind, everything blows everywhere, there are wasps, there are flies, I freak out. I spend more time trying to run away from flies and wasps than actually get things done. So yeah, in the summer, mum is always like, Holly, go outside, study outside, like, it's so nice out here. And I'm like, no, I cannot do that, mum. I'm so sorry, but like, I just have to be here inside. I'm so picky when it comes to where I work. Oh, how do we miss this? To-do lists suck. I disagree. I weekly plan and then I make to-do lists every day. Like, no, I stand by my to-do lists. I love them. But obviously, if they don't work for you, that's fine. Again, we agree to disagree. That is the motto of this video. Like, we're gonna agree to disagree on some things, many things maybe, and that's fine. So yeah, that is today's video. I hope you enjoyed hearing my thoughts on your assumptions. We need to do experiments with like spicy food and whale sounds, but definitely let me know in the comments down below what your opinions are, how you feel about some of these things. I don't know, I hope you enjoyed this video. Anyways, like it if you did, comment down below, subscribe, hit the bell. But yeah, I will speak to you very soon in another video. Bye!